Ladies and gentlemen, let's now shift our focus to the other session. Coming up is a special address by P. Anbalagan. He's the Principal Secretary, Industries, Investment and Services Department, the Government of Maharashtra. May I please request Secretary Sir to kindly come up on stage and address the gathering. And like the previous address, ladies and gentlemen, this address is also going to focus on the next investment decade. While the center will come up with policies, but it will also be incumbent upon states to sort of participate actively and actively engineer investment. Of course, Maharashtra is looking at investment opportunities in startups, global capacity centers, manufacturing sectors as well. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, please. Over to you.
Namaskar, good afternoon. I'll have a very small presentation. Probably I'll finish it in 7 to 10 minutes. Maybe 5 minutes also open for any questions. You also can be blunt in asking the questions. I don't mind replying that or taking that. That's okay. I can see. Thank you. So everyone is looking at figures 30, 1, 5, 30, 2030, 2035, 2047. So where we stand as a country, as a state, it's a simple comparison. They're not like figures. And how as a nation we are performing and how as a state we are performing. By and large, we are going together. Probably we need to grow more, probably aggressive, if we really want to be there, particularly for the country to reach 5 by 2030 and 1 trillion for our state. There are some numbers. This 570 is an unaudited, but probably by end of this year should be this May we should cross 600 billion USD, and we are going to be the first $1 trillion sub-national economy of the country. And we can see some of the strong 700,000 graduates every year we are passing out, and of course 15% of the export share. We have a 64% of the services share, very dominant. Though manufacturing is also, service is also very dominant. Look at FDI 2 to 2.5 decades, almost close to 1/3 of the FDI lands in Maharashtra, and largest employable talent pool. And if you look at really, if anyone travel to probably Mumbai, Pune, Nasik, Chhatrapati Sambhaji Nagar, as well Aurangabad, and also Nagpur, the huge, humongous infra things are happening. One is landmark is the super communication corridor connects Nagpur with Mumbai, and also you have a host of the metro projects coming up in Mumbai, Pune, and of course Nasik and Nagpur. And the Vadhavan port is going to be the game changer. Probably it is going to be thrice the size of the JNPT, which is the largest container handling terminal now. The Vadhavan port is going to be the game changer, just not for the state, for the entire country it's going to be there. Probably top 10 ports in the world it's going to be. So there is also a connector from Nasik, Igatpuri to Vadhavan, 100 kilometers. It's a super communication corridor. That way entire hinterland is also connected with JNPT, BPT, and also Vadhavan port. There is also Vasai Virar Alibag multimodal logistic. And only the land acquisition cost alone is almost close to around 60,000 crore. The recent cabinet has also approved that. So that will connect, that will bisect Mumbai, Delhi, I would say Mumbai, Delhi, or Mumbai, Ahmedabad, then Mumbai, Nasik, Samruddhi, then Mumbai, Pune, Mumbai, Goa. It literally bisects all the connectors. So obviously no traffic can come to Mumbai. Obviously they can be go to the port of destination. And there is also Shaktipit coming up, which will connect Nagpur with Panjim, Goa. The land acquisition is also been approved, so that also will be planned 4 to 5 years. That is a strong 100 billion USD of infra project is being taken up. And why the state is differentiator? Basically continuity in the policy and the strong infra-led development and strong industrial infra company, which is Maharashtra Industrial Development Corporation, which is an SPA, Special Planning Authority, which also operates water supply schemes, which also operates effluent treatment schemes, also has some of the electricity distribution license. That way it's quite a hood. And we also not leaving anything, though the sectors are going to come, and we are doing fairly well in ease of doing business. And obviously, land is like we are adding another 1.5 lakh acres in another one or 2 years. We already notified close to 50,000 acres. Probably by May, 25,000 acres we will be acquiring. The major chunk will be in Gadchiroli, which is going to be a steel capital. Then Nagpur. Then you also have in Ahilyanagar, Nasik, and obviously in Konkan. This is aspirational, so we grow somewhere 13 to 40% for services, and industry has close to around 8. Really, we need to be aspirational, and we hope with the investment which we intention we signed, probably I don't think there is any looking back. But of course, it's going to be a lot of pain remover we need to do, both at probably the state level and also the union level. This is just a sectoral insights where we actually stand. It's more of for an internal circulation, but still you can see. And what is the capital we should be requiring if we really want to turn around the economy for this country? So probably we should require close to around $1 trillion investment, going with the thumb rule of probably 1/3 will be probably in the same state, because with the state is being quite a big consumption economy ever. With GST base, probably I think we should score much better than a smaller size states with 14 crore population. There are somewhere where we expected growth we are looking at, and services we are doing fairly well. There are sectors which were not so good, like some mining. So mining is going to be a game changer for us, because only in Gadchiroli we signed the investments for almost close to 3 lakh crore. 50 million tons of steel will be produced probably in coming 10 to 12 years. The largest steel hub anywhere in the world, or probably out of that 30 to 35%, probably we are looking at the green steel and specialty steel, where the structural stability is maintained. So that way, you have all the sectors have been covered, both manufacturing and services. So what makes, again, this policy? The policy, you have all the policy, and despite the change in leadership, the continuity is there. Honoring the commitment is always there. Who is there, that doesn't matter, but the state is there, policy is there. So that gives the best of the investors' confidence. Obviously, that is where we say, you can look at the umbrella policy. We have also an IT and IT. Of course, the GCC policy has been widely taken care of. So these are the policy sector. I'll, of course, circulate the presentation. So we are looking at all the 24 key sectors. You can see the legacy sectors and also sunrise sectors. So obviously, we are covering almost all the sectors. I'm so happy to share that in past 13 months, the state has signed investment intentions worth close to around, obviously, 30 plus 15, almost 45 lakh crore, and another 10 lakh crores in the pipeline. So roughly it comes to around, I would say, 650 to 700 billion USD. Out of that, 35% is for services and rest all for manufacturing. The massive thing, even if you could land 60 to 78%, the whatever target set is obviously there. And this policy is what, this policy alone tries to capture around 850 billion USD, 350 from services and 500. It also goes for some structural change, like creation of Invest Maharashtra, and also commissionerate for MSME and commissionerate for services. So structurally we are thinking differently, and Gadchiroli Chandrapur as a steel corridor, and basically aggressively going for a land acquisition. 20 such smart townships are going to be there. Obviously sustainable inclusive growth, circular economy policy is going to be there. So these are the priority sectors, what exactly we should do for our services and what exactly incentive. First time the thought process is services, because it isn't already in incrementality of 10 to 12%, 13%. So we should add on that. Probably this is where the game changer is going to come. And you look at GCC, almost we are, I would say almost 25% of the GCC are here, and we are adding another 400, I would say the companies, probably 800 units. So that makes GCC as a, so basically here also we incentivize the, I would say, the operational cost by providing them not tapering incentives or flat incentives of up to 50% of the pay, which is drawn after 1 lakh and other thing. And also capital subsidies been given. So that is an area where I think the investors can also look at. And this is the data center corporate capital, I would say close to around 75 billion USD worth of deals we signed only for data center. Roughly, if everything goes good, and Mumbai has close to around 300 and 750 megawatt of power to be offloaded. So as of now, the demand is almost only for the data centers registered at the SLDC, which is at Kalua, Thane. It's almost close to 2,700. Now the demand is 2,700. Another, I think you name a guy, name a company, they're all there. And the state is also setting up a quantum valley at 2,500 acres where all the frontier tech is going to be there. Probably will do much better here. And trust sector policies, again, this thinking like very disruptively what exactly the points of pain and what exactly the number we should like chip in so that the investment becomes like the de-risk. The state is chipping in as like probably your co-investor to de-risk your investment. So that is where the capital subsidy is being like offered up to 30, some places even 35 to 40%, particularly in semiconductor and fab chips. So why Maharashtra? The numbers, I'll not repeat the same thing. So these are our trusted friends with us. I have another one minute for a questions. So 10 minutes are given. I'm just through with it. Thank you. Namaskar. Any question if you're there, I'll stay. Otherwise, I can give a space for next session. Thank you. Namaskar. Jai Hind, Jai Maharashtra.